Hey, what's up everybody? Coach Kyle here, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for future content, look back at old videos, there's a ton of them, and if you find this topic especially helpful or interesting, please share it. And the topic for today is how being a perfectionist could increase your injury risk. And this is from an article on Outside written by Alex Hutchinson, and it's about a study that looked at, this is really interesting. It looked at, the researchers considered various psychosocial factors, and they interviewed 34 college cross-country runners. They completed a questionnaire that measures perfectionist tendencies, and then followed their progress for 8 weeks to see if the psychological profile could predict who was most likely to get injured. And it could. And what was very interesting was that the individuals with more perfectionist tendencies were certainly more likely to get hurt or injured after the during the study duration. And to quote part of the article, it says, "It's possible that perfectionists are more susceptible to bad training decisions, specifically refusing to take a day off in the early stages of an injury or ramping up volume too quickly." And this is an extremely important thing that you must keep in mind, is that the best runners aren't always the best at running, but they're also the best at resting. Because if you feel a little niggle coming on and you take 2 days off, you might be totally fine after that. But perhaps these perfectionists aren't quite as inclined to be willing to take those 2 days off, as noted. Also, it says one of the key questions that's still open to debate is whether perfectionism is a personality trait that you're stuck with. In this case, the goal for coaches such as me should be to figure out ways of guiding training programs and progressions to reduce the risks associated with perfectionism. And I really try to stress to people I coach, or just runners in general, like you, that it's always best to rest if there's any hesitation whatsoever. Taking 2 days off, taking a week easy is always preferable to pushing it, continuing with the schedule as written, and crossing your fingers that your calf niggle doesn't get worse. So it's always best to rest. Don't forget that. The ego is not the amigo. Don't let the ego dictate your training. Train with your head, train with your smarts. If you have a little thought in your head, oh, maybe I shouldn't run, don't run. Take a few days off, easy, cross-train, and odds are you'll be totally fine after that. So, as always, you keep running and I'll keep coaching.